Robert Eugene Otto, a young boy living in Key West, Florida, received a peculiar gift in 1906, a handmade doll, almost life-sized, dressed in a sailor suit. The doll, soon christened Robert, was given to him by a Bahamian servant who practiced voodoo. The servant, disgruntled with the Otto family, infused the doll with dark magic. From the beginning, Robert the doll was different. Robert Eugene, or Gene as his family called him, seemed strangely drawn to the doll, spending hours talking to it. The once ordinary house on Eaton Street began to echo with whispers, giggling, and the pitter-patter of tiny footsteps. The family's initial amusement at Gene's attachment to the doll turned to concern as the unsettling events began. Gene's parents would find him in his room, terrified, claiming Robert had moved furniture or spoken to him. Objects moved inexplicably, rooms grew icy cold, and disembodied giggles echoed in the night, always seeming to originate from the doll's glassy-eyed stare. As time passed, the incidents escalated. Neighbors claimed to see the doll peering at them from the windows when the family was out. Gene's parents would wake to find their furniture overturned, their son's room in disarray, and Gene blaming Robert for the disturbances. He insisted the doll was alive, that it moved around on its own and spoke to him in a low, menacing voice. The family was torn between disbelief and growing fear. Toys were found broken and scattered. Their son woke up screaming from nightmares, blaming the doll's cold, staring eyes. Unexplained accidents plagued the household. One evening, during a particularly violent episode, Gene was found cowering in his room, surrounded by overturned furniture, clutching a small knife. He swore Robert had tried to attack him. He wasn't himself, Gene would sob to his parents, pointing a shaking finger at the doll, its painted smile seeming to mock his terror. Despite the unsettling events and the palpable fear that had gripped the household, Gene refused to part with Robert. The doll seemed to hold a strange power over the boy, a disturbing companionship that followed him into adulthood. Gene grew up, became an artist, and eventually inherited the family home. Robert remained his constant companion, a silent, unsettling presence in the old house. Guests claimed to feel a shift in the atmosphere when near the doll, a palpable feeling of unease. They reported seeing Robert's expression change, his eyes following them around the room. Gene, however, seemed unfazed. He continued to talk to Robert, treating him not as a doll, but as a confidant, a living presence. Some whispered that Gene himself had become infused with the doll's dark energy, a vessel for its malevolent spirit. Section 4. Robert's new home, new terrors. After Gene's death in 1974, Robert was donated to the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West. The doll, with its worn sailor suit and unsettling gaze, became a popular attraction. Yet the stories of Robert's strange activities did not cease. Museum visitors reported feeling uneasy in Robert's presence, claiming to feel cold spots, hear whispers, and even see the doll move. Cameras malfunctioned, batteries drained, and some even claimed to have captured images of Robert with his expression changed, a malevolent glint in his glass eyes. Section 5. The Curse of Robert the Doll. Legend has it that Robert the Doll carries a curse, placed upon him by the disgruntled servant all those years ago. Those who disrespect him, who take his picture without asking permission or mock his power, are said to be met with misfortune, accidents, and even illness. The museum receives countless letters every year from people apologizing to Robert for their disrespect, begging for forgiveness, claiming they have been plagued by bad luck ever since their encounter with the doll. Whether these occurrences are the result of a curse or simply the power of suggestion, the legend of Robert the Doll continues to chill and captivate. Robert, the once innocent plaything, remains a vessel of mystery and fear, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of the ordinary.